Uh, Another video. Commander analysis. Blah blah blah. Yeah. What shall I say? We lost. Yes, we lost. That's the spoiler. Anyway, in this game, I used the mic. Yes, I did. But it's not what you think. Why did I use the mic? Well, at the beginning of the game, I have to yell at my squad leader to actually tell them to get late before it's too late. Which they did, but in the end, we did a good struggle. That's what I have to say. But there's a reason why we lost is that the enemy put up a very good defense on this map, causing us to struggle a lot. We could hardly get any flag, but that entire game I have to tell my squad leader to do and go to area where there's less defended, and they responded. But the fact that the enemy is smart enough, I don't know, have very powerful, just very good defense that they couldn't get through. There's certain time they have an opportunity and I couldn't give them what they want, which is some vehicle drop. And that's my mistake, which is dropping, use up the vehicle drop when I shouldn't. That was my mistake, but there are a few point in time where they got an opportunity to get past through that defense, but it was my mistake on my part, not the squad leader. They did try to follow my order and go where. Anyway, now that said, I'm going to describe the most generalized defense on this map if you have a decent team. And if you have this defense and a good team, the other team won't, get past you. First, at the beginning of the game, majority of the player on your team will spawn on outposts. 90 to 80% of your teammate will spawn on outposts. Half of them will probably be engineer and put landmine in front of that drop right in the middle of the road, right at that gateway, and the other rest will probably be sniper or AT guys. That will be, and they will cluster like high mine on that little area. Now, on Fountain, there will be a spread out defense, people on guns, on light vehicles spread out right on the back of Fountain. Those will be just in case light vehicle from American side try to break through on the hill. They can't break through the center because of the AT, and they can't break through the side near the lake side because there is another defense there. Now, around junkyard and near the entrance of market, they probably lay AT landmine right at that doorway. The tank will probably be defending right around that area. They either come out back and forth around that entrance. Depends on if the American got the lake, they probably defend around that entrance between junkyard and the entrance of market. Those two tanks will probably cluster the enemy mech. The mech side will have their tank around there. The enemy tank most likely will not be on around lake. The majority of the time, on most of the game I play on this map, the US side will use the tank, will try to attack the outpost right on that. More than 70% of the time I play on this map, the American side, even though they're losing, they always try to use the tank towards the outpost instead of the lake side. Now, if the MEC side have lake, let's say at the start of the game, people usually, a few of them will spawn on junkyard, get the light vehicle, and try to capture the lake, like they did on this game, but they didn't get there fast enough or have enough number. If we didn't get there fast enough, they would have caught lake. If MEC capture lake, they usually spawn is small, at least one squad will be there defending it. Lay a couple of landmines in the water, the lake water driveway and around the flag, and they pretty much defend around that area. And then once they have, if the MEC have that flag, those two tanks will not be around junkyard or market. They will move toward outposts and defend that little section area on the northern section of the outpost. That's the usual trend of how they defend it. If you're on the good team, if you're on the MEC team, whatever, and your team is good, you're pretty much solid on that type of actually, that's the most generalized defense. And sniper will be spread out around junkyard, outpost bound, all this stuff. Usually, the defense will probably be support class, engineer class, and AT guys class. They're mostly in the front line kind of thing. That's the most common defense on this map. And it's pretty decent, but that's the general thing. And that's pretty much what they almost did. With a little exception of that, they didn't exactly put light vehicle on the fountain, but yeah, they pretty much cluster and lay landmine around outposts, and that is the usual trend. And we lost. That's basically it. But from what I just told you, that was the most basic defense of this map anyway. And that's pretty much it.